In Dubai, there are many things that seem impossible at first glance or when you first hear about them. Here, there are police cars that are more expensive than a house, a ski resort in the middle of the desert, artificial islands shaped like a map, and buildings that look like they're from the future. But behind all of this, there's a bigger question. How did a city like this become possible in a place that's extremely hot, gets very little rain, and used to rely only on trade and oil? In this video, we'll find out 15 facts about Dubai that seem impossible, but actually happen. Number 15, Dubai's million-dollar police cars. In most countries, police use ordinary sedans or SUVs, but in Dubai, there are patrol cars that you would usually only see at car shows. Their police cars include the Lamborghini Aventador, Ferrari FF, Aston Martin 177, Bentley Continental GT, McLaren MP4-12, BMW i8, and Bugatti Veyron. The Bugatti Veyron of the Dubai police was also recognized by the Guinness World Records as the fastest police car in service. It can reach over 400 kilometers per hour, but these vehicles are not usually used for high-speed chases. They are more often seen at tourist attractions, public events, and crowded parts of the city. Their purpose is to strengthen police presence, to assist tourists, and to make officers more approachable to the public. They are also a big part of Dubai's image as a wealthy, modern, and advanced city. When tourists see a green and white Lamborghini or Bugatti, many of them come closer to take pictures. Because of this, they're not just police vehicles, they also serve as moving advertisements for Dubai. The Dubai police continue to add new luxury vehicles. In 2025, there were new Mercedes-Benz cars. A patrol car and a rare Ferrari were placed in major tourist areas. So the real purpose of their supercars is not just speed. They use these to get the police noticed, connect with the public, and show the world the luxurious image of Dubai. Number 14, the vending machine that sold real gold. In Dubai, it was once possible to buy a real gold bar from a machine that looked like an ATM. It doesn't dispense cash. Instead, the customer can choose. The customer can choose from small gold bars or coins, pay using cash or card, and then the machine releases it sealed and with a certificate. It was called Gold to Go. The machine automatically updates the price every few minutes to follow the movement of gold prices in the international market. There is also an extra charge for manufacturing, packaging, and the machine service. This kind of machine became popular in the United Arab Emirates. The most well-known first unit was placed at Emirates Palace in Abu Dhabi, not in Dubai. There was also a machine in Dubai before, but it was eventually closed, so it's not correct to say that you can still see the old Gold to Go machines in all their previous locations. Buying gold is not limited to this method. It also became a tourist attraction because the idea of getting a gold bar from a vending machine was unique. And for Dubai, this really fits the city's image: modern, luxurious, and always finding unique ways to stand out. Number 13, a snow resort in the middle of the desert. Dubai is known for its intense heat and vast deserts, but inside the Mall of the Emirates, there's a place filled with real snow. It's called Ski Dubai. It's a large indoor snow resort where you can ski, snowboard, ride a chairlift, and play in the snow park. The inside is kept at around -2 degrees Celsius, even though it's very hot outside. There are different slopes for beginners and more experienced skiers. They also provide jackets. Pants, boots, and other gear are also provided because most people visiting Dubai don't normally wear winter clothes. But it's not just the snow that's unique here. There are also real king and gentoo penguins living in a special enclosure. They are cared for by animal care. Specialists and visitors can see them during supervised penguin encounters and the regular penguin march. The penguins are not just brought out for everyone to touch. The interaction is controlled and their health, food, and habitat are closely monitored. The resort also needs large refrigeration systems to keep the whole place cold and to make new snow. This is a huge challenge because the temperature outside can go over 40 degrees Celsius while it's below zero inside. That's why Ski Dubai is not just a simple amusement park. It's a clear example of Dubai's approach to creating attractions. If there's no snow in the desert, they'll create their own winter world complete with a ski slope and real penguins. Number 12, sunset comes later. The winter world is complete with a ski slope and real penguins. Number 12, sunset comes later. The Burj Khalifa stands at 828 meters and remains the tallest building in the world. Because of its extreme height, something unusual happens during sunset. When people on the ground can no longer see the sun, it can still be seen for a few more minutes from the higher floors. The reason is simple. The higher your position, the farther you can see on the horizon. That's why it takes longer for the sun to completely disappear from your view. This is important during Ramadan. During this time, Muslims do not eat or drink from dawn until sunset. That's why the exact time of sunset determines when they can end their fasting. Because the sun sets later when you're on a higher floor, it was reported that those living above the 80th floor have to wait an extra 2 minutes. Meanwhile, those on the 150th floor have to wait about 3 minutes before they can eat. This means that two people in the same building might experience sunset at slightly different times. The Burj Khalifa does not create its own time zone, but because of its height, there really is a small but important difference in the time of sunset between the top and the bottom. Number 11, the foreign workers behind modern Dubai. Emiratis do not make up the majority of Dubai's population. Most of the people who live and work here are foreigners from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, the Philippines, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and many other countries. According to official statistics, Dubai's population exceeded 4 million by the end of 2024. There are also significantly more men because many foreign workers come here alone to work. They are the ones working at construction sites, hotels, restaurants, malls, hospitals, transport services, and large companies. In other words, a large part of modern Dubai was built and is run by migrant workers. But their situations are not all the same. Many professionals have good jobs and high salaries, but according to Human Rights Watch, there are still low-paid workers who experience delayed or unpaid wages, illegal recruitment fees, confiscation of passports, and risks from extreme heat. There are laws and processes to help them change jobs, claim unpaid wages, and end their contracts. The old claim that all workers need to ask their employer for an exit permit before leaving the UAE is also not true, but the usual work visa of many foreigners is still tied to their employer. If they lose their job, their legal stay in the country may be affected. So behind the luxury hotels, supercars, and tall buildings of Dubai are millions of foreign workers, not just laborers. They are also the main reason why it continues to function and grow. Number 10, the palm-shaped island built on the sea. When viewed from above, the Palm Jumeirah looks like a giant palm tree floating on the sea. But this is not a natural island. It was man-made using a huge amount of sand and rocks. Construction started in 2001. The sand was taken from the seabed and brought to the right place using large dredging ships. Engineers also use satellite and GPS technology to accurately follow the shape of the tree, from the long trunk to the fronds that look like leaves. It also has a large crescent-shaped breakwater around it. This serves as a barrier against strong waves. Palm Jumeirah stretches for about 5 kilometers into the Arabian Gulf and covers around 560 hectares. Now it has luxury homes, hotels, restaurants, malls, marinas, and tourist attractions. Around 25,000 people also live here. One of the most famous buildings here is the Atlantis Resort, which is located at the tip of the island. There are also private houses on each frond. Many of them have their own beach and a direct view of the sea. Palm Jumeirah was supposed to be part of a bigger plan to build 3 palm-shaped islands, but it's not accurate to say that Palm Jebel Ali has been completely abandoned. After being delayed for a long time, it was revived and new infrastructure work has begun. It's even bigger than Palm Jumeirah and is planned to have more than 100 kilometers of new coastline. On Palm Jumeirah, Dubai didn't just build structures by the sea. They actually changed the shape of their coastline and created new land that can even be seen from the sky. Number 9. Dubai's rise from trading port to global city. More than 50 years ago, Dubai was far from the modern city we see today. It didn't have the Burj Khalifa, huge malls, artificial islands, or long rows of skyscrapers yet. But it also wasn't just a simple fishing village. Dubai Creek has long been a center for fishing, pearl diving, and trade. Boats carrying goods from India, Persia, and other parts of the region would dock here. A major transformation began when oil was discovered in Dubai in 1966. Its export began in 2006. In 1969, the government used the income from oil to build roads, ports, airports, schools, hospitals, and other important infrastructure. But Dubai's oil reserves are smaller compared to Abu Dhabi. That's why its leaders realized early on that they couldn't depend on oil as their only source of income forever. They expanded trade, tourism, aviation, real estate, financial services, and international business. They built a large port, free trade zones, and modern airports, ports, luxury hotels, and projects that would capture the world's attention. The population also grew rapidly. By the end of 2024, it is estimated that more than 4 million people will be living in Dubai. Dubai International Airport also became one of the largest international travel hubs. In 2025, it recorded over 95 million passengers. In just a few decades, the low-rise buildings around Dubai Creek were replaced by glass towers, highways, resorts, and new land reclaimed from the sea. Oil was not the only reason for its development. Oil was just used as capital for Dubai to create other sources of income before it ran out. So the most impressive part of Dubai is not just the height of its buildings. It's the speed of change from a small trading port to one of the most well-known cities in the world. Number 8, Dubai uses science to increase rain. There is very little natural rainfall in the United Arab Emirates. That's why desalination is important to the country, a process where salt is removed from seawater to make clean water. But the UAE also uses cloud seeding to try to increase rainfall. Cloud seeding cannot create clouds from a clear sky. There needs to be an existing cloud with the right amount of moisture. When weather experts spot a suitable cloud, they send out a special aircraft. It releases tiny particles, usually salt-based materials, near the cloud. These particles help the tiny water droplets to come together. When the droplets grow bigger and heavier, there's a higher chance that they will fall as rain. But the result is not guaranteed. It still depends on the type of cloud, wind, temperature, and the amount of moisture. It's also difficult to know exactly how much rain comes from cloud seeding and how much is natural and where it will fall. It's also important to clarify that cloud seeding can't create strong storms out of nothing. It's not as simple as pressing a button to make it rain right away. It's just a way to try to boost rainfall from clouds that are already there. For a country that's hot, dry, and with a growing demand for water, every possible increase in rainfall is important. So while Dubai is making snow inside the mall, the UAE is using science outside to try to get more water from real clouds. Number 7, the city once filled with construction cranes. During Dubai's rapid construction boom from 2005 to 2008, almost everywhere you looked, there was a crane standing. At the same time, the Burj Khalifa, Dubai Marina, Palm Jumeirah, and many more hotels, offices, and residential towers were being built. Because of this, the claim spread that almost 25% of all construction cranes in the world were in Dubai at that time. But there is no solid record to prove that exact number. Even construction experts said that the famous claim was probably exaggerated. What is clear is that Dubai was one of the largest construction zones in the world at that time. Hundreds of cranes were working simultaneously. Many of the buildings were constructed quickly because Dubai wanted to change the city's appearance and economy in just a few years. Most of the heavy work was done by migrant workers. They came from South Asia, Southeast Asia, and other countries. They poured concrete, installed steel and glass, and worked on high-rise construction sites under intense heat. But everything suddenly slowed down when the global financial crisis hit in 2008. The real estate market crashed, Some projects stopped and many cranes disappeared from the skyline. Eventually, construction returned, and the rapid growth of new developments in Dubai continues up to now. So the exact claim about 25% of the world's cranes might not be true. But the number of cranes back then was truly a symbol of the rapid construction in modern Dubai. Number 6, a shopping mall that feels like a city. Dubai Mall's not just a place to shop. It's so big that it's like a small indoor city with shops, restaurants, entertainment, and tourist attractions all in one building. It has more than 1,200 stores and a huge overall area. There are also thousands of parking spaces for the many visitors who come here every day. Inside, there is an Olympic-sized ice rink, a large cinema complex, and a real dinosaur skeleton that is over 150 million years old. But its most famous attraction is the Dubai Aquarium and Underwater Zoo. The main tank holds about 10 million liters of water and is home to thousands of marine animals, including sharks, rays, and various kinds of fish. It also has a long glass tunnel where visitors can walk while animals swim above and around them. In other cities, this kind of aquarium might be a separate major attraction. But in Dubai, it's just inside a shopping mall that also has an ice rink, luxury shops, restaurants, and other attractions. The mall's air conditioning is also important. When it's extremely hot outside, it becomes a safe and comfortable place for shopping, dining, and strolling, without having to be out in the intense sun. That's why the Dubai Mall was not built just for shopping. It's a huge climate-controlled destination where a person can spend the whole day without ever needing to go outside. Number 5, the islands shaped like the world. 4 kilometers from the coast of Dubai, there are approximately 300 artificial islands arranged like a map of the world. These are called the World Islands. Construction began in 2003. A huge amount of sand from the seabed was used to create the islands that represent different countries and regions. The plan was to sell these to wealthy investors. They were supposed to be turned into private homes, hotels, and luxury resorts. But when the global financial crisis hit in 2008, many developments stopped or were delayed. That's why until now, many of the islands remain flat, sandy, and without any buildings. Some parts have also started to come back to life. These include the Anantara World Islands Resort and the Heart of Europe, a luxury development with islands inspired by different places in Europe. There are also other new villas and resorts being built, but the whole project is still far from its original plan. There were also old reports saying that the islands are sinking. The developer denied this and said that some changes and erosion are normal for this kind of project. So the World Islands did not completely fail, but it was also not completed as originally promised. It is a massive map of the world built on the sea that is still being brought to life with real activity and buildings. Number 4, the tennis match above the sea. One of the most famous buildings in Dubai is the Burj Al Arab. It stands 321 meters tall and was built on its own artificial island near Jumeirah Beach. Its shape is inspired by the sail of a traditional Arab sailing vessel. Because of this, it is easily recognizable and has become one of the main symbols of Dubai. It is also known as a very luxurious hotel. All of its accommodations are large 2-level suites, and many parts of the interior are decorated with expensive marble and gold accents. It is often called a 7-star hotel, but there is no official 7-star category in the normal hotel rating system. This is just a nickname that became popular because of the hotel's extremely luxurious service. The most unique part of the building is the circular helipad, which is about 210 meters above the ground. In 2005, it was temporarily turned into a tennis court for a promotional event featuring Roger Federer and Andre Agassi. There were no fences around the court, but it wasn't a real competitive match. The event was carefully arranged to take photos and videos that made it look like they were playing on the edge of the sky. The helipad was also used for other stunts. Tiger Woods hit a golf ball here, and it also became a venue for various extreme sports and promotional events. These stunts had nothing to do with the hotel's normal services, but they became very powerful advertisements. With a simple photo of a tennis court hanging over the sea, Dubai captured the attention of the whole world. Number 3, why does Dubai have no personal income tax? One of the biggest reasons why many professionals and investors move to Dubai is its lack of personal income tax. This means that the UAE government usually does not deduct income tax from an employee's salary. Personal investment income and earnings from your own real estate investments are also not considered as business income. But a person running a business may still have tax obligations if their annual revenue exceeds the specified amount. This also doesn't mean that there are no taxes or fees in Dubai. There is a 5% VAT on many products and services. There are also customs duties, business licenses, visa fees, property registration charges, tourism fees, and other government charges. In June 2023, the UAE also implemented a federal corporate tax. For most businesses, the tax is zero on the first portion of taxable profit. There is a portion of taxable profit, and 9% applies to amounts exceeding the set threshold. There are also special rules for companies located in free zones. So Dubai is not completely tax-free. The big difference is that regular employees' salaries are not usually reduced by personal income tax. Because of this, Dubai is attractive to people who want to earn and save more, but they still need to consider the high rent, insurance, schools, groceries, and other expenses in the city. Number 2, the giant frame between old and new Dubai. In Zabil Park, there is a building that looks like a huge picture frame. This is the Dubai frame. It stands 150 meters tall and 95 meters wide. Its 2 tall towers are connected by a large sky bridge at the top. The unique shape is not the only reason why it was built. Its location was carefully chosen to showcase the 2 different faces of Dubai. On one side, you can see the older part of the city, including the traditional neighborhoods and the areas around Dubai Creek. On the other side, you can see modern Dubai full of highways, skyscrapers, and large developments. It's like a huge window that separates the past and the present. Visitors can also go up to the sky deck and walk on the glass floor. In some parts of it, you can see the ground directly beneath your feet, but its design also became controversial. The architect, Fernando Donis, said that the concept came from his proposal after he won an international design competition in 2009. According to him, the structure was built without giving him proper credit or payment. Those involved in the project took different sides in the dispute. Despite this, the Dubai frame became one of the most famous attractions in the city. It doesn't just showcase the skyline, it also shows how much Dubai has changed in just a few decades. Number 1, the building designed around an empty space. In the middle of Dubai's modern skyline, there's a building that's hard to compare to any other. This is the Museum of the Future, which was officially opened on February 22nd, 2022. It stands 77 meters tall and has a circular shape with a large hole in the middle. Its exterior is made up of 1,024 stainless steel panels, created with the help of an advanced robotic process. The shapes on the exterior that look like Arabic writing are not just decorations. These are words from the statements of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum about knowledge, imagination, and building the future. They also serve as windows. During the day, natural light comes in. At night, the letters light up and the shape of the building becomes even more prominent. The 3 main parts of it also have clear meanings. The circular building represents people. The green hill beneath it represents the earth. Meanwhile, the large empty space in the middle symbolizes the future that we do not yet know. This is not an ordinary museum that only displays old things. Its exhibits focus on what could happen in the future, such as artificial intelligence, space travel, medicine, climate solutions, robotics, and new ways of living. But for many visitors, the building itself is the main attraction. It is not the tallest or the largest building in Dubai. What makes it impressive is the way engineering, Arabic art, and a simple idea are combined. The future is not complete yet because we are the ones who will create it. In a city known for building the biggest and tallest, Dubai chose to build a structure that is not measured by size alone. It is also measured by the question it leaves with every visitor. What kind of world will we create ourselves in the next chapter?